Oh, bother.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Tuesday Newsday. I'm still Yin Yang Total War, and before we get started today, I just want to remind you guys to go check out that survey. If you haven't gone to check it out, it can be pretty enlightening to see the kinds of things that Creative Assembly is juggling around with. Unfortunately, not every option is there. I know Empire 2 was not one of the options, or at least the way that I read it, there was no possibility or plans to make one, so maybe they could add that. That being said, it's got to be more effective than writing a Reddit post, and if you end up not liking what Creative Assembly chooses to do, I'm sure you'll go and write one anyway. But all of that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's episode. And jumping straight in, we've got two campaigns that I really wanted to talk about. One's going to be in the old world, the other one is going to be in Immortal Empires Expanded. So let's start with Immortal Empires Expanded. Jumping into Corn, thanks to the guys over at the Skeleton Crew, the guys who make legendary characters, we've got Scar Bloodwrath. So if you liked last week's Putrid Blight Kings, well then you're going to love these guys because he comes with some additional units as well. He's going to be coming with the Skull Reapers and the Wrathmongers, as well as a special Regiment of Renown version of the Wrathmongers, and we'll take a look at those in just a little bit. But his faction effects are going to be campaign movement range plus 15% after winning a battle. That's going to be a lot like Korok's. Recruit cost minus 25% for Wrathmonger and Skull Reaper units. They're going to be pretty expensive for everyone else. The Skull Throne cost minus 15%. Plus 3 Corn Corruption. Skulls gained from kills plus 25% for all units in his army. And passive ability Murderous Charge for all units in his army. Now, if you don't know anything about this guy, I believe he is from, well, I know that he's from the Scaramore tribe. I want to say that they're from the Northern Chaos Waste. I don't recall them being from the Southern Chaos Waste, but it doesn't really matter. Chaos Waste or Chaos Waste. The southern hellscape of the Chaos Waste has been Scar Bloodwrath's prison until he was freed once more to lay waste the realms of man. So, as you can see, he's going to be starting down here in the southern Chaos Waste. I believe he's going to be over close to Oxyotl, and I'm sure some other ones that I am forgetting about down here. Kairos should be here, and then you've got plenty of lizardmen if you just want to shoot straight up into the Southlands. I'm sorry, that's the Southlands if you want to shoot straight up into Lustria. Now, jumping back out, we're going to take a look at our other campaign. And guys, never run Old World and Immortal Empires Expanded together. I'm just doing this because I'm not jumping into the campaign. It's going to mess you up bad.
Sigma's will.
And we're going to be looking at the Empire. Now, this isn't exactly a new faction, but it is a new faction to the Old World, and that is going to be in the form of Sylvania. And unfortunately, we don't have any of the map information or anything like that. It just wasn't added in. Doesn't mean it doesn't work, but it like I said, it's just not added in on this portion. So if you have never heard of Sylvania, outside of it being the home of Vlad von Karstein and all that stuff, well, this faction is going to be the Count of Lichtenberg, Peter von Stolp, and he is going to be trying to lead a kind of revolution, kind of taking back Sylvania for the Sylvanians instead of for the dead. And taking a look at his faction effects, you're going to have minus 10 relationship with the Empire. They don't really approve of what you're doing, but you're going to do it anyway. Recruit rank plus 3 for archers, huntsmen, and horse archer unit. Passive ability, Sylvanian traditions for archers, huntsmen, and horse archer units. If you're sensing a theme, of course there is one. Leadership plus 12 when fighting against vampire counts, vampire coast, and tomb kings for all armies. Speed plus 10 for all armies. Attrition minus 50% casualties suffered from vampiric territory attrition because they're Sylvanians. They're kind of used to it. Wound recovery time minus 2, and attribute stalk for archers, huntsmen, and horse archer units. Now, he does have some of his own units as well, but that is something that I will allow you to explore. What we're going to do right now is we're going to jump into a battle with Scar Bloodwrath and show you guys the Scaramore tribe. All right, and taking a look at our guys here, we've got Scar Bloodwrath. You can check out his stats. They're going to be pretty beefy. And then we've got the Skull Reapers. They're going to be a, they're going to be a mixed weapon group, which I don't think I've ever seen before. We've got some dual weapons. We've got some great weapons. I mean, it's pretty intense. Like I said, I've never really seen that before. We've got the Wrathmongers, and they've got some pretty unique weapons themselves. We're going to see those in action in just a minute. And then we've got the Skull Harvest Ravager. And, I mean, if the Wrathmongers are nasty, these guys are, well, they take the cake. So let's get into this battle and see what they can do.
Chaos. Unite for God! Kill for God!
These poor Imperials have no idea what's coming for them, and that's part of the fun. Now, guys, if you enjoy Tuesday Newsday, because I know I do, please do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. I know I usually say that towards the end of one of my Let's Play videos, but it really would help out a lot because I want to get this out to more people. Now, let's go ahead and get started with this battle. You can see Sir Scaramore himself, Scar Bloodwrath. Nasty on the charge. And you gotta love the way that those flail hammers just, they're devastating. I mean, this poor general just doesn't stand a chance. Let's see what they can do against some actual infantry, though. Oh. Just nasty. And it looks like this is going to be over pretty quickly, as expected. These guys are top tier when it comes to forms. So I will let's go ahead and get into our next piece of news. All right, and coming back at you with a bit of an older mod. Now this one kind of fell into disrepair over the last year, but it is an amazing mod. It's called Beast Most Foul, and it just brings all the God Touch scores to life, and they look a lot better than the ones that CA gave us last year. And it's not going to have just the Zon Gores, but the Flawn Gores, the Pestle Gores, and the Horn Gores as well. And they're all looking real unique, real cool. So if you haven't checked this one out, I highly suggest you do. It's not going to be available just yet, or at least it's going to probably break your game at the moment. But just go ahead and favorite it, watch it. It's going to be updating here in the near future. So that being said, that's going to be really it for this episode. We're going to have another episode on Friday, maybe Thursday, but probably Friday. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be talking about everything that Creative Assembly brings to us, hopefully on Thursday, but probably again on Friday because they really like to wait to the last minute. But like I said, there should be news, and we'll see how right I was on my Let's Talk about the kinds of stuff that we're going to be getting in the big update to Shadow Chain. But until then, to all my friends, wherever you are, good morning, good evening, and good night. I'll see you next time.